Hello guys, what's up? It's me, Rahul here, bringing you guys another review. Today we're going to be doing the College Football Playoff 12 Team Playoff new / my version review. Let's just get straight into this. So the current rules that are in place are, and I'm going to share the wiki site for this. I'll give you my opinion on it is as follows. Guaranteed bid for the top 5 conference champions and the CFB rankings. No conference will have an automatic bid. A conference must have a minimum of 8 members to be eligible for a guaranteed bid. So this is very interesting compared to the NCAA basketball tournament and basketball, all the other tournaments, including the FCS level for college football, because in those respective tournaments, they have automatic qualifiers, AQs, and the next one is where at-large bids for the 7 highest-ranked remaining teams, which could include additional conference champions. So this would basically mean, and it was originally supposed to be a 6+6 system, but because of the Pac-12 being completely dismantled to just 2 teams, they have now done it to a system where it's a 5+7 system. So yeah, that one, I understand why. The 4 highest ranked conference champions will receive first round byes. That one I do not like. Along with the next one, the next one, the remaining teams will play each other in the first round at home fields of the better seeds, matched in the standard format of 5-12, 6-11, 7-10, and 8-9. So that's how I'm going to comment on that. Basically, you should rank teams not by a CFP ranking, not by polls and stuff. You should rank them based on records. And if you have a bunch of teams that are tied, you can figure it out. So, the quarterfinals and semifinals will be hosted by the New Year's Six bowls. So the Cotton, Fiesta, Orange, Peach, Rose, and Sugar bowls on a rotating basis. That actually is a pretty good thing. I will give a point to that. The championship game will continue to be held at a separately determined neutral site. Okay. The playoff bracket will not be reseeded at any time. That one I do not like because it means it's fixed. Nothing can happen. First round games will occur in December. Quarterfinal games on or around New Year's Day. Semifinal games at least 1 week later, and the championship game 1 week after the semifinals. That is perfectly fine because of the Rose Bowl and everything in between. So, here would be my rules. Automatic bids from all 10 conferences, conference champions, including 2 independent schools. 10 conference champions, 2 independent schools. So, what would that basically mean is that you have the Power 5 and the Group of 5. All of those conferences, you mash them up to have an automatic bid. Now, the 2 remaining would be independent schools. Why? Because you have Notre Dame. Army is leaving for next year. You have UMass. You have UConn. Right. Yep. So, you only have 3 schools left. So, that's right. Okay. The 12 teams will be seeded based on records. Okay. The top 4 teams will receive first round byes. The remaining teams will play each other in the first round at the home fields of the better seeds. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be hosted by the New Year Six on a rotating basis. The championship game will continue to be held at a separately determined neutral site. The playoff bracket will be reseeded. I do have to say that. Then, first round games will occur in December, quarterfinal games on or around New Year's Day, semifinal games at least 1 week later, and the championship game 1 week after the semifinals. Okay, now there's a specific reason why I do mention about this. It is because of the simple fact that you cannot just ignore certain possibilities, like certain situations. It just does not work. It just will never work. And one thing to point out is I am going to do a video actually for this past 2024 CFP National Championship Controversy Review. Yes, so we can do an active on it. So, yep. So now you know why a lot of people want the playoffs to be sanctioned, why they wanted to make it fair, why they want to do this. So, this playoff system does work. However, it won't work in the long run because, yeah. And one more thing to note. I did not mention the CFP committee. All of them shall be ranked on seeds, not CFP rankings, because if you do that, then you're gonna cause issues. So, in spite of all of that, let's look at my example, and let's see what you guys think. So the example I put forth is what would a 12-team playoff, a CFP 12-team playoff would look like for the 2023 postseason for college football, for the FBS. So I did it based off of the matchups. So the first one you have the 13 I seeded them, so you have 4 13-0 teams. Michigan Wolverines, Washington Huskies, Florida State Seminoles, Liberty Flames. Yes, I did put Liberty there. Then you have 2 1-loss teams, Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Then you have 3 2-loss teams, SMU Mustangs, Miami of Ohio Redhawks, Troy Trojans. Then you have Notre Dame, who's an independent. Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who's a 3-loss team. Then you have the Boise State Broncos, who went 8-5 from the Mountain West Conference. Then you have the 6-6 Army Black Knights, independent. So, in spite of all of that, this is very key. So, the matchups are as follows. Texas versus Army, Alabama versus Boise State, SMU versus Notre Dame, Miami of Ohio versus Troy. Then, the teams that would play in the bowl games that they were designated to, and I put them on the list, are Michigan at the Rose Bowl, Washington and in the Sugar Bowl, Florida at the Orange Bowl, and Liberty at the Fiesta Bowl. So, there you go. Then the Then the semifinals would be the Cotton Bowl and the Peach Bowl. I did put them there because they're the semifinal matchups and it's a rotating basis. So that's why I put it. Then you would have the national championship. So this is an example of a 12-team playoff I would do. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. I will see you next one. Take it easy. Peace. And go Michigan Wolverines!